got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart.
Hey, welcome back to Piece of Chaos. So we're continuing in the morning podcast. The energy was really different last time, huh? I do have some exciting guests coming up, though. I took my own advice last week and actually reached out to people directly instead of just kind of putting it out there, expecting people to respond. So I do have some people scheduled coming up. Going to be fun. What I wanted to talk about today is what a year feels like. It's very different, isn't it? I mean, I feel like I marked a year of podcasts almost every week. I think I only missed 1 or 2 weeks. And I was looking back, like, how amazing it is that I was able to capture, well, first of all, that I was consistently doing something like that. It was like a challenge to myself to be able to pull something off. And it was definitely a challenge, for sure, sometimes. But, man, I'm so grateful for those conversations. I went back and started looking at at all the episodes. I didn't listen to them all. I didn't listen to them really at all. But I might, because it was a crazy year. I mean, I started this. Really, the first one's with an interview I did with my grandfather in 2015. If you haven't listened to that one, it's pretty amazing. He's gone now. So glad I have that conversation. And that was me in 2015, thinking I really wanted to start a podcast and trying to figure out how to do it. And believe it or not, in 2015, it wasn't as clean and easy to do, really. You can hear the audio's kind of jacked up. Zoom. I don't remember if we used Zoom or some other kind of web conferencing at the time, but none of it was where it is today in terms of audio. So, but man, I'm so glad I have that. I'm so glad I have that. That dude, Sammy D, he was a special dude. And he had flaws and issues, and like everyone, he's human, but just my favorite guy. I think of him all the time. So many things he said and did and made me laugh, and definitely got a lot of him in me. But so that one I don't think really counts, because I recorded that in 2015. It was just in 2020 I decided to actually put some effort behind building my own podcast and seeing what it entailed. Because I love podcasts, and I like to tell creative people that I know to have one for the reasons I love them. Listening to long conversations, getting to know people better, really working on a topic, really thinking about a topic deeply, or just, a lot of the ones with comics are just silly conversations. But at the same time, like they weren't silly conversations this year. Because I look back at some of these folks that I talked to, and man, I mean, while there's funny stories and I laughed really hard, we all talked about the pandemic. And I'm so glad I captured it. I wish it wasn't still kind of going on or whatever is happening with the pandemic. But I don't know. It's wonderful to look back at this year and kind of have this record of people I love talking to about deep topics. I mean, the ones with, I don't have to read the roster to you, but I look back, some of my favorite people, the one with Ryan Stout, it's so funny. He's just such a riot. I have a couple with Blake Wexler, who's just one of my favorite comics. and he just recorded his first hour, I think, or hour special. Yeah, he shot his first hour special this past week. Can't wait to see it. I'm sure it's amazing. If you've ever seen Blake live, like, it is just he's he's a force, and he's just so funny and so silly, and yeah, he's great. So had a couple with him. He's overdue. I got to get him back, actually. I love talking to him. One of my upcoming guests, somebody I haven't talked to in a year, really, since last December, Jenna Brister. She's coming back. She's fascinating, just so funny and so cool, and such a neat writer. Like, she writes those crazy Lifetime movies, you know. So, I mean, it's its own genre almost, and she's great at putting those together. So, Jenna Brister. Oh man, Nicole Amy Schreiber and Jessica Michelle Singleton. That's a funny one. That was deep lockdown, boy. I've spoken to Kim Crawl a bunch. She's, you know, obviously amazing, doing such cool things. She wrote a book. Get her book. Confessions of a Recovering Party Girl, I think it's called. Her podcast is really funny too. Crawl Space. Talked to my buddy Ken Mond a bunch. We got deep on dad stuff and life stuff, and love listening to him. Some cool creators. Indy Fawcett, who's a producer for John Huck's podcast, Speaking Highly, which is amazing. A couple of tech people that are really cool. Scott Schnars, old friend of mine. We had a good chat. My Philly friend, who I never met in Philly, Greg Ruoff, that's a good one. Ritesh Patel, he's an interesting dude. And Sean McDaniel and Ben Hammond, that was a great one, talking about the movie they made, My Death Co. My buddy Paul Slater explained cricket to me. If you don't know how cricket works, give that a listen. Boy, I talked to Jacob Givens a bunch. He's one of my favorite people on the planet. Just such a cool, creative dude who's now like a TikTok star, making cool stuff. And you guys know, I mean, that platform is a double-edged sword. I think it's really evil, but it's also really cool for some things. If we use it for good, it's cool. But if we let it get us, as it can, gotta be careful of that one. I got to talk to Zara Mizrahi. She's a really great comic. She's in Godoc, I think. Godoc. Let me see. That Marvel show. Let me check. I got to look at the notes. Yeah, MODOK. Jeez, MODOK. MODOK. With Patton Oswalt. It's a riot. Brad Upton, my buddy Chad. And then here we are. Oh, John Huck. I talked to John Huck too. Got to listen to his podcast. I talked to Adam Strauss. So there's a lot of good episodes. Like I'm excited that those conversations are there, that I can go back and listen to them and be in that mood again. Because as much as we definitely talked about dark stuff, because that's, you know, comics are generally do that. And our take on the pandemic, it's going to be interesting to go back and hear how we were feeling over the course of an entire year. And it's still weird. It's still weird. Just sucks. Just sucks. But I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about the podcast lately as this, I don't know, time capsule maybe? You know, we keep moving forward. And it's not good to dwell on the past, but it's good to remember, I think, and hopefully learn from the past. You know, think about your favorite song. And if you could only hear it once, it would be terrible. I mean, I've listened to some songs probably realistically several songs into the thousands of times. And music is like that for the reasons it brings out emotions, it brings out your music's amazing that way. Conversations can maybe be that way too. I maybe not all of them are gems, but I think about that conversation with my grandfather, and I'll listen to that a lot of times in my lifetime because it's, I don't know, maybe it just can never be had again, like a song. I don't know. Something about it. Something about really understanding where your mind was at a certain period of time can teach you, oh, did I learn anything? Am I dumber than I was a year ago? Am I smarter? What did I learn? And I think the year goes so fast, but then I look back at all those episodes and, there's that, 52 hours of information there at least. Maybe not that much. Mine are like 20 minutes. Doesn't matter. A long time of information. A long snapshot. And a chance to figure out, am I getting better every year? Am I doing better? Am I doing better by people? Am I being a better version of myself? Am I doing what I want to do? A year seems like it's a blink because holy shit, it's almost Christmas already. But it also goes really slow if you pay attention when you're in it, when you're living it. And for some reason, well, I mean, for lots of reasons, these conversations, by the pure reasoning that they were being recorded for knowing that I was going to release them, I had to pay attention. And I wanted to pay attention. And it's almost like learning how to have conversations. You only have one person there. And obviously, face-to-face conversations are better, but like the pandemic made that really not that possible. And also not that practical for me anymore, too. Like, I don't know, even in the best scenarios it shows, it's still crowded generally. And there's lots of people and you don't get the focused time. Like my favorite times sometimes were at like the end of the night when everyone's gone. And it's just, me and the headliner or, me and Sam Goldstein, who's the producer of Brewing Comedy. And that extra 35, 40 minutes, an hour of just really like one-on-one conversation, it's always my favorite thing. So, I crafted this world where I can still have those conversations. And I'm forced to have those conversations because I made a promise to myself that I would put one out every week. So, yeah. That is what it is. And, boy, happy holidays, everybody. I hope everybody has a chance to, this week's Thanksgiving coming up, so I hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving, sees the people they love, and slows down and enjoy it a little bit. I do think we're going to turn a corner here soon. I hope so. I really hope so. There's lots of things I miss about the world before the pandemic. There's lots of things that it's given me that I would not change as well. And isn't that everything? thanks for listening. I appreciate you, and I hope you have an amazing holiday. And yeah,
So
we'll
deep
chat
in my
next week.
heart
I don't know who I'm talking to.
that you're really a part of me.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for listening to Piece of
Yes,
Chaos.
I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality